And just a little bit of history about Clotheshorse Anonymous. They were started in 1974, and it began as a classic garage startup, a clothing swap in the suburbs of Dallas, operated by two neighborhood moms.
Yes, what we love the most about this is that it was a women-owned business. And it was a startup in 1974. I mean, think about how revolutionary this concept was of luxury resale boutique.
The Intentional Wardrobe Movement, TIWM, stands for
T, take back your style.
I, intentionally shop.
W, wear it, work it, or wave goodbye.
And M, matter.
And you can check out more details in our description. Hi, welcome to the Intentional Wardrobe Movement. I'm Brandy.
I'm Sam.
And we are here today to talk about sustainable shopping and styling. We are focusing on a sustainable shop and style challenge today. And we are highlighting a partner, Clotheshorse Anonymous, that is a luxury resale boutique in Dallas, Texas.
Yes. So we're super excited to partner with this amazing store as our first partner for the Intentional Wardrobe Movement. And just a little bit of history about Clotheshorse Anonymous. They were started in 1974, and it began as a classic garage startup, a clothing swap in the suburbs of Dallas, operated by two neighborhood moms.
Yes, what we love the most about this is that it was a women-owned business. And it was a startup in 1974. I mean, think about how revolutionary this concept was of luxury resale boutique for those in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You know, nowadays we think about Gen Z, and obviously millennials, Gen Z, it's very hip and cool. Recirculation, we all want to get a deal. So there's not as much stigma associated with selling and buying luxury items. But in 1974, there really was, I guess, you know, that's one of the reasons why Anonymous was used in the name, right? So people were not as open-minded to the concept as they are nowadays.
And it originally started as a clothing swap, which was so interesting because we just talked about that.
We just talked about this, and we're doing a clothing swap to really show you guys how you could do the same thing for yourself. We'll be doing that episode in the new year in 2025.
Yes.
So basically, you know, we are very excited to be doing this challenge with Clotheshorse Anonymous. And what we want to do is just lay the ground rules down for what makes up our challenge.
Yes. Super fun. So what we decided on our challenge are, here are the rules of the challenge. We select a sustainable partner. We come up with an intentional shopping list, which we've talked about in the past before. We have the same budget to shop. And then we shop our closet to style the finds.
Yes. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do a part 1 and a part 2. So we will be doing part 1, which is this one, sustainable shopping at Clotheshorse Anonymous. And then part 2, we're going to do sustainable styling of our finds from Clotheshorse Anonymous.
So fun.
Yeah. So let's do a little, and also on YouTube, you'll be able to watch the actual shopping experience.
Yes, bonus.
Go
bonus
check
video,
that out. Bonus
check it
video.
out.
But yeah, so basically, let's just do a little debrief about our experience.
Yes, so fun.
For this challenge, Clotheshorse Anonymous in Dallas. So yeah, let's just start. Our first question, what did we come there to buy? You know, what gaps were we trying to fill? So what was on your list?
So on my list, which was a newer thing on my list, it was a black tie event dress. I kind of wanted to see if I have something in my closet already, but I just wanted to see if I could find something else. Also on my list were brown pants and gray pants. So those are on my list of holes to fill.
Okay, great. And I was a little broader. The number one thing that I had to get while I was there was a belt.
Yes.
I have fluctuated in weight, and I was really struggling because my belts were gigantic on me. So I had some surgery the year before. And so it took about a year, but I finally worked off all that bed rest for 3 months after surgery. So yeah, so belt was my number one thing. I was not going to go to Clotheshorse Anonymous Dallas without being able to get that belt in an appropriate size. And then I was also looking for some pants because they were not fitting super great. So I was looking for some denim. Denim is a really great thing to buy in resale.
Yes.
So I always have that on my list if that's something that I need. And then just some pants that would fit. Looking for the wider leg because I already had enough skinny leg to go for my boots. But I was also looking for some sweaters. Another great thing to buy in resale.
Yes.
Those things work great also to keep in your closet because you can fluctuate in weight and you don't need to change them out often. So it's a good buy. I was also looking for some, just some accessories. I'm learning from Sam. She really inspires me to accessorize more. And so, as you see, I have on my Santa Claus earrings today.
Christmas season.
Purchased by my youngest, obviously, just amazing fashion sense. But yeah, so I was looking for something like that because that's always a good find. You can find some great vintage pieces oftentimes. You can find, and those will add uniqueness to your wardrobe. And then another thing, I was looking for coats as well. I have a really great ski jacket, but I'm going to Spain in a week and I really needed a nice fashion coat that was going to work. So those are the things on my list.
Yes. So I'm always on the lookout for accessories. That's sort of a given. I have specific accessories on my list, but that like at any resale, always accessories.
Accessories for sure.
For sure.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what our specific experience was like at this partner. So when you were at Clotheshorse Anonymous, how was the store organized? How did you think that it worked for your shopping experience to help expedite or make it more streamlined for you?
It was great. I mean, I already found like as soon as I walked in, I found like this accessorized cardigan that I was like, oh, well, I obviously need this. I did not get it, but they have really great things. So like you walk in and it's very easily organized. There's like Girl Boss, which is like the pants that I needed. There's like jackets, blazers. So it's really well organized. And then in the middle section is where you check out, but then also they have their case things which are all the amazing accessories like belts, wonderful scarves, things like that. And then as you move further back, that's where they have like some of the designer stuff, the bags, the shoes, so dresses, like so much, like it's really so much fun to just shop in there. So to me, it was like very easy to like just kind of see everything and kind of go to where I need to be. Because for me, I do have to stay focused. It's very easy for me to like find all these really cool gems. Like,
well, and especially when you're shopping resale and luxury resale, because you are going to be pulled in multiple directions by unique pieces.
So many
that you see. And what I liked about the way in which the store was organized, obviously the Girl Boss area for me was great because I am a blazer kind of gal and cardigan kind of gal. But I loved the fact that they also had like valet poles, I guess, where on the end cap of the areas, some of them had just like certain unique pieces. And that's actually where I ended up finding a piece that I did take home. So for me, I liked that.
Yeah, they were like highlight pieces.
They're highlighting pieces. And even in the front window, the way in which they've just pulled a couple of really great outfits.
Great outfits.
So don't miss that either. But yes, I really enjoyed it. I think for me, what was really great is I'm a handbag person. Everybody knows this. That is one of my favorite things to spend money on when I don't need to spend money on it. And handbags were not on my list because I always have too many. So It was great for me that the designer handbags were in the back. It helped me stay a little bit more focused in terms of what I wanted. We all know this, I'm a germaphobe, so I stay away from resale shoes. So the shoe area was in the back as well. So for me, this was like a dream organized store. Blazers in front. What amazing, Girl Boss. The distraction designer bags in the back. where if I did have a little bit left over on my budget, I could always wander. And same things with the shoes. The way I felt too was if I did need a pair of shoes to accessorize something, I liked that they were in the back
Oh, close to
next
the dressing
to the
room.
dressing room.
Yes.
Because what happened was Sam said, oh, you know what? Let me just go see if I can find some shoes to go with this outfit.
Yes.
It's so well organized to me that you can just run and pull. Plus, they do have someone on staff.
There's an attendant.
There's an attendant there that is there that you can always ask, hey, you know what? I really love XYZ. Do you have a pair of shoes? So it's quick and easy for help. So for me, I just found that to be pretty brilliant.
Yeah, no, and they're great at styling and they don't work on commission. So they're just there to help you. They're like amazing.
Yeah. And that was my next question really was, what was your experience like with the employees? One of the things that I hear a lot from my clients who have never necessarily shopped luxury resale in a physical store, because remember, I worked for an online luxury retail company. So a lot of times people would say to me, ooh, you know what? I just don't, I'm not a thrifter. Like thrifting is not, the hunt is not my game. What I want to say, it's not the same. And what I do want to say is, I also felt that way. I felt the warmth. I felt just the expertise of the folks that work there as well.
Yeah, they're all so nice, very approachable. You can ask them any questions, and they have come with amazing experience. Like the lady who was actually at the dressing room, she previously worked at Neiman Marcus. So obviously lots of high-end experience, very able to help you. Great quality, great customer service.
Absolutely. And while I was pulling things, I was actually approached and I was asked, hey, is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Right.
And that one question, I think for me, and we've talked about this before, we've lost the art of that communication piece.
Yeah.
Because for example, Sam was like, yes, I'm looking for a dress for a formal event. I was like, I'm looking for, my list was pretty broad. I'm looking for lots of things. So I didn't necessarily need any help. What I loved about that too is where I think it bothers people a little bit because they're not working a commission, y'all. There was no real, hey, I was like, I'm sort of all over the place. And I got some space, so there's the willingness to help. There's the and so Sam was brought right to the formal dress area, yes, which is really great. But with me, I was like, you know what? I'm really interested in just sort of wandering. Yeah. So, don't feel the pressure, but I do think for me at Clotheshorse Anonymous, I did feel that it was it was there. It was there when I needed it and when I did have specific questions.
There's as little or as much as you need, basically. So if you need a lot of help, I think they'd be able to help you style a full outfit, but I don't,
Yeah, absolutely. So, just keep that in the back of your mind, whether you're specifically going to Clotheshorse Anonymous, if you are local or you're visiting Dallas anytime soon, or if you're just thinking about popping by your specific, hometown luxury resale consignment shop. So, don't let that initial fear of it not working for you stop you from going on in. Okay, next question is, what kind of pieces do you think that they had the largest selection of?
Oh, that's a good question. They had a really large selection of a lot of great things.
As you'll see when you find out what we bought.
Oh my gosh.
It was fun.
Okay. I will have to say that just to go back to what she mentioned before, if you're ever nervous about clothing that's been pre-owned, there's a lot of new with tag items. So many.
Oh yes. There's so many. And if you watch the bonus video with us going through, we pull them out. And we're like, oh my gosh, we point it out for you so that you get a feel for what kinds of designers they're really going to be pulling in.
So gosh, that's I don't know what the most. Because there was a huge designer section. There was a huge girl boss section, huge dresses, jeans, literally everything. Activewear. I mean, what do you think?
There was a lot of activewear. Okay, so I think for me, I really think there was a lot of activewear. And that is, I'm glad that you pointed that out because that's one of those things that we didn't have when I was working at the Real World. We did have some activewear, but it wasn't activewear focused. And I think that's really exciting,
it's pretty nice,
actually, because if you are, a lot of times when we are investing in that activewear, it means that we're going to the gym to lose some weight. So maybe
or just be healthy,
or just be healthy, or feel healthier, or come off surgery and, be back to walking again.
Just get active.
Just get active again. And so, for example, with me after surgery, I did have, I increased around my center. And so I really didn't want to invest $130 in brand new activewear. And yet the stretchiness was really important just for the comfort
yes.
of being able to get moving again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a perfect example. I wish that I had gone there sooner during that whole, the last year, because I would have been able to buy some stretchy, wider pants, which I know I'm not able to wear now because they don't fit me now post surgery. So yeah, I think that was a really good point out. One of the things that you'll see in our bonus is that there's also a plus size section.
Yes.
It wasn't, I'm getting full disclosure here, it wasn't huge.
But it's nice that they have that.
But it is there.
Yes.
So that's another thing that I want you to keep in mind too. If you're in the DFW area, hey, there's a plus size section. So don't, especially if you're on the cusp. I know a lot of my clients, sometimes when they are on a cusp, going straight to luxury resale is very hard for them.
Yeah.
But please keep an open mind if that is you. There are some great selections there. So that was exciting for me. But I really felt like the Girl Boss for me was one of the largest sections. And coats. Actually, they have a really large section of coats. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
And then, okay, which designers did you feel were most popular there? Like, what did you feel like they just had a large inventory of?
Well, I guess, so I was in the Girl Boss section, because the pants were on my list. So I did see a lot of Alice and Olivia and Veronica Beard, which are great brands for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're contemporary. They fall in that contemporary women's wear, ready to wear area. And I think it's really great because the price point is pretty high on those in retail. Alice and Olivia is manufactured in China. And so when I look at that and I'm like, wow, $1,000 for a blazer, that's a high price point.
Higher price.
So it was really nice. There was a lot of Alice and Olivia new with tags.
Yes.
So if that is your jam, I know a lot of people love Alice and Olivia. They love Veronica Beard. They even had Dickies to go with your blazers.
They had
so don't,
Dickies.
if that's something you're just needing a little change out, that's one of the reasons why I think the Dickies blazer is really great, because it's a piece, it changes the look. That versatility is something
like an accessory.
Yeah, it is. I talk a lot about with my clients when we're trying to come up with, let's come up with our core fundamental, basic, wardrobe. That's something we want, pieces that are versatile. So it was very exciting to see that they have that in their rotation. Yeah, I think one of the other, just overall, there was, I think probably more in that there is a specific section for Johnny Was, which for my clients that I worked with at the Real, we didn't accept Johnny Was. So that was a very exciting thing to see. We actually have a Johnny Was here in Fort Worth. And so there were a lot of clients in the DFW area with the product. So that's great for you to say, hey, I can recirculate my product there, and I can actually purchase more. So that was another designer that I thought was really great.
So then as far as couture, there was a huge selection. Hermes, Chanel, Bottega, literally
there was
everything.
A lot. There was a lot. There was Montclair. There was, because I was in the coats.
There was Dolce & Gabbana,
Alexander McQueen,
Giuseppe Zanotti,
Burberry,
yes,
Chloe. I tried on a Chloe skirt and it was too big for me.
Boots that were amazing, not my size.
There was a lot of Chloe. So definitely keep that in mind.
Yes.
Okay, so next question is, which prices seemed most reasonable to you? What types of items do you feel provided the most value there?
Okay, so I did because I was doing the whole on my listing, the pants. So I did find a great pair of pants. And I mean, they were under $50. So, I mean, but it's also, it was Reformation, which isn't normally like $300 per
Yeah.
pair of pants.
Yeah, but
So
it
it's,
still is for pants. They're still
yeah,
$200.
so exactly. So to me, that was really great because I found my brown pair of slacks and it was under $50. So that was like, to me, that was great. I mean,
Yeah, and Reformation is a sustainable brand.
yes.
So when you can buy a sustainable brand in a
Double
resale
sustainable.
boutique, that's like, oh, yeah, that is just, that really is like the
2x.
ultimate. Yeah, I know. She gets major karma points for her Christmas stocking this year. Yeah, yeah, you get a little bump up there. Yeah, let's see here. So
what about what did you think?
well, I felt like, denim in general, the resale prices are pretty good. The pant legs were a majority in my size, a majority were skinny. So for me, it sort of balanced out where I wasn't looking for those because I was going for more of a wider look.
Yeah.
But I do think that the value, there was like Mousy,
Oh wow.
Laura Piana,
Oh wow.
Stella
I
McCartney.
didn't go there at all. That's
yeah,
amazing.
so there were really amazing deals on denim.
That's really good.
Very luxury designers. And that's something that I should also note. Denim is denim is denim. So whereas the Chloe denim skirt was in the back with designers, Stella McCartney and Laura Piano, they were with and Mousy, they were up with the denim. So you're still getting some, if you just head over to the denim area,
Yeah.
that was great for me.
Is.
And they were really reasonably priced. So yes, I would definitely say that. Any of the designer stuff, was that Hermes blazer.
Oh my gosh.
Was a great deal. What was the price on that?
So it was basically under 2,000. So it was $1,800. But I mean, I think retail is probably closer to, I don't know, probably over $5. Honestly,
definitely over $5 for that blazer.
So beautiful.
It was
just
the most beautiful blazer. But yes, I mean, I think where I felt there was a lot of value was in some of those designer pieces, that Valentino dress.
Yes.
There was that Chanel. There were lots of Chanel.
There were amazing things.
And great prices.
Great.
Again, I saw a lot of those pieces. And so these were very unique,
amazing,
beautiful pieces,
gorgeous,
but at an amazing deal.
Yes.
One of the things I also wanted to say was they do have this discounting system at Clotheshorse Anonymous.
Yes.
Where the price, I didn't even
know till we were trying things
as we were pulling to look at the price tag. So here is a tip.
Yes.
If you are going in, look at the color of the price tag, because the price tag, they do roll through their inventory, which is fantastic. It's the same concept as like, the slash and the red discount at the Real World. But this is even better because it was 25, 50, or 60% off. What?
Yeah, we didn't even know that.
We didn't even know. We were just pulling based upon the
whatever we found,
what we liked. So
on our list.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That was just like an amazing surprise.
Amazing bonus whenever we got to the dressing room and realized, oh, this thing I love is 50% off or like 60% off or whatever.
Amazing.
Yes.
Just amazing. Okay. So let me ask you this question. So because I know that you do the Poshmark. I know you do the ThredUp, you do the online luxury resale shopping as well. And Sam was one of the ones who said, as a sustainable tip, always check ThredUp first. Is that who you check for?
Well, I do Poshmark and
okay.
But
so
Poshmark
always check those first. She says always check those first. So I want to know how your experience physically shopping at Clotheshorse Anonymous. How was that different for you? So what did you feel like were your takeaways?
Okay, so it is very different because when you shop online, you see it, you get the measurements, they show you pictures, but it's very different when you get to shop in person. Like, it's so much fun to like feel the clothes, look at the clothes, try on the clothes, and
feel the clothes. It's so different to feel the clothes.
We had so much fun.
So much. You have to watch the bonus. It's just you should really.
It was great, and it was good because we had to put a time limit on ourselves because we could have spent so much more time there.
Oh, so much more time. I just cannot express.
Yeah, you should. That will also be. That's also a tip. put a time limit on yourself because you could,
yes.
it's like IKEA. You could like honestly spend all day there.
It is like, I'm so glad that you said IKEA. It is like IKEA because you really do. You filter through, you are guided by
finding stuff,
by the map of the store. But honestly, you could spend so much time. And I would also say bring a bestie to go shopping
that
with
was
you
fun.
because it's so much fun.
So much fun.
And you'll see when you see what Sam walked away with. I mean, I was pretty much just like, I think that piece is so unique, you need to get it. So it's good to have just like another, but it's also really nice to hear. Whereas one of the pieces, I was like, oh, you look so amazing in the other ones. But she was like, you know what? This one, though, it's so versatile and so basic and amazing that I'm going to go with this one instead of some of maybe the other, the low, the plunging neckline romper or whatever. But, so it is good to sort of hear other people's feedback.
It is. No, it's great. And it just makes it more fun.
We
had a lot of fun.
So much fun. Okay, so let's move on a little bit. So now we're going to go into the meat and potatoes.
Oh yeah,
of what I say with the vegetarian husband, the meat and potatoes, the vegetables and the vegetables of what we actually got from the shopping experience at Clotheshorse Anonymous. I really want to break down what we did, what we got, and what our value was. Okay, so first, let me know, how many pieces did you buy and what designers did you walk away? Okay. And did you get any new with tags?
Okay, so let me see. Okay, so I walked away with 5 items and I got Retrofet, Bottega Veneta, The Row, Reformation, and Alice and Olivia. And I got 2 that were new with tags. Crazy.
I mean, I don't even know what to say about that list.
We didn't even, are we going to tell them the budget later?
Yeah, we're going to get there. That's going to be nice.
So exciting.
So,
you guys can't even imagine.
So I know, because I feel like, you guys
have to listen to what she got.
Yeah, we're going to slowly bring on the crazy for you because it is so amazing. The value, the designers. So what I got was, I'm going to go to my spreadsheet.
She has a spreadsheet.
I'm a spreadsheet.
She has a spreadsheet.
Okay,
girl.
So I got a Fendi jacket, a Julie Voss bracelet, a Gucci belt, got my belt, a Veronica Beard blazer. I know that wasn't on my list. And a Burberry down and fox jacket, belted jacket. So yeah, I mean, I just feel like that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5.
Yeah.
I could have just looked on the Excel spreadsheet and it could have told me, but I had to do the math for you. Yeah, that's 5.
We have our receipts here. I had to double check.
We have our receipts.
Check. Was it only 5? Okay, what?
Yeah, which is pretty amazing.
Yes.
So we both got 5 pieces.
Yes, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, and our budget was, let's tell them the budget. The budget was $1,000.
Yes.
So we both went in with $1,000. And we came out with 5 pieces each. That's sort of mind-blowing. So just let that marinate with you a little bit. And did you hear the designers?
The designers.
I just want to say it one more time. Yeah. And so here's my favorite question. Sam, how much did you save from retail prices? And how much did you go over budget? If you went over budget, did you go over budget?
Okay. So how much I saved on retail prices? This is truly mind-blowing. It's $8,118. Like I saved retail price, which is crazy. I mean, it's just nuts. It's bananas.
She saved, I need to pause. She saved $8,000 with $1,000 budget going in.
Yes.
So that's pretty incredible.
Basically, they paid me to shop.
They did. I mean, that's an amazing. And wait, I'm going to roll it back.
Okay.
2 of her items were new with tags.
Yeah.
So just let that sit with you a little bit. If this is one of those things where you're like, all right, if anything will tip you over into the camp of maybe I should just walk in to a luxury resale boutique. Maybe I should just go visit Clotheshorse Anonymous the next time I'm in Dallas. That would be it. Really like the teeter-totter. Just like, whoop, just made me go right on over. Okay, so for me, I saved $4,583.50.
Still amazing. Like
$4,583.50. Yeah. So, okay. But the question is, did you go over budget?
Okay. So I did go over budget, but I did have the decision making of my bestie here help me like
Okay.
decide.
And when you see it, you will see why. I really felt like she had to make this investment to
I know. I
go
was
over
trying to
on
like
this pink
stick with the
jacket.
like be very good with the list, but this
No, but
jacket,
the jacket, it was so unique.
I
She
was
had to get
like
it. And it
drawn
is
to
so
it.
her. It is so her. So, and I don't think it's one of those things that you're just going to be like, yeah, I'm going to add that to my wardrobe later. No, it was one of those, I need to buy it because it's
Yes.
forever piece. Okay. I also went over budget, but I only went over budget $121.50.
But I felt like what she got, like the questionable piece, is like one that you would wear all the time.
It was, and the questionable piece was a bracelet. So it was actually $97.50. So it was 25% off of the ask price from Clotheshorse Anonymous. So I really felt like, I was back and forth, but I was like, it's a bracelet.
And she's going to wear it.
I'm going to wear it. And it was comfortable. Julie Boss. So
very
it was
comfortable.
Well made. Definitely going to wear it. So I felt like that was where the bestie.
See, this is helpful.
This is very helpful because I was like, do I need it? But really, it's a chain link bracelet. You guys have got to go see the bonus. You're going to love it. Yeah, it was really one of those things where, and we did think about it. It wasn't like, over budget.
Yeah, exactly.
We made very, very specific decisions on those.
We did try to make very conscious choices.
We did. So
back in the dressing room.
Absolutely. So, and there were lots of other things we could have bought. Lots. Okay, so here's my next question. Did you stick to your list? Yes or no? You have to answer yes or no first. And then you're going to give me your reasons. If you strayed, you're allowed to say why.
Okay.
Yes or no? Did you stick to your list?
Okay. I guess no, because I got everything on my list, but I got more.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So no, I guess.
We are the intentional wardrobe movement, everyone. We are intentionally shopping. Intentionally adding pieces that we need. And that's okay, because when you ask me, did I stick to my list? My answer is no. Oh, it's so hard. My answer is no, because I did throw a blazer in. But here's the thing, the blazer is not black.
Oh, but no, exactly.
And I went wild and crazy and got a Merlot color.
It was a great color.
And for me, that's pretty exciting.
That is.
Because as you will see in our bonus video of the actual shopping, I bought all very neutral, versatile colors. And so this Cabernet color was like a little exciting, wild and crazy. It's a major piece. And it is a blazer. So I pretty much just always wear. I am wearing a blazer in the bonus video. You will see. So I still think it was intentional.
Yeah.
But it was also something that Sam was like, oh, yeah, that is something you're going to wear. I wear the blazers.
It looks
so
good.
After 10 years of friendship, she knows I'm always going to be in a blazer, y'all. So, or the zip up, the great sweater. It's like a blazer, right? It zips. I don't stray, everyone. I just like that. I like that look. So, yes, the answer for both of us is no, we did not stick directly to our budget. But that's okay. Sometimes it happens when you're a resale boutique. Okay, so what do you feel now in retrospect? It was a few days ago.
Right.
In retrospect, I really want to know, in your thought process, do you feel that you could have done things differently?
I could have. So you know how you mentioned the jeans, and I said I didn't even go there because it wasn't on my list. So I went to some sections that weren't on my list, and that's how I found some of these things that came home with me. Yeah. So that's what I could have done. I should have stayed laser focused.
Yeah, the laser focus, but you know what? The girl boss, it was just so close to the denim. I agree.
So that's how
I agree. I could have been more laser focused. That really is, like, for example, some of the pants, they weren't the right size because I didn't really know. I hadn't shopped for pants and jeans since, for a year. So I was like, gosh, I really need I didn't know what my size was.
Yeah.
I could have been more laser focused. When I went back to go get an alternate size that could have fit me, I got distracted by the blazers, and that's how I wandered into the blazer section and bought a blazer. So I could have been more laser focused. And I think just the takeaway is perhaps we should have just reminded ourselves one more time, looked at that list one more time. Okay, so here's a really fun question. What is your favorite piece that you bought? And you can only name one.
Oh, that's so hard.
Okay, out of the 5, I want one. I know she saw that the question list. She was like, I can't answer that. It's not possible. And I was like, yes,
too hard.
It is going to be a question. Mentally prepare.
Okay.
So what was the favorite piece?
Okay. So
one.
Just one.
Just one.
Okay. So I do have to say, okay, you know what I'm going to say? It's just the most fun piece. It's the jacket that I went over budget with. It is like a pink quilted like bomber jacket that's leather with like rhinestones. I mean,
I'm doing a happy dance for this because I've got to tell you, there was very much like, I don't need this. And I was like, I know, but you sort of do.
I know. I felt like
you sort of do because it's so you.
It's such a fun jacket. So I do have to feel like that's my favorite piece.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear that because on the ride home, there was a lot of waffling. Like, I don't know. Like, I like the potato pepper. There was a lot of back and forth. We have a lot of things. Cool things.
Okay, what was your favorite? I'm curious.
My favorite piece was the Fendi.
Oh, okay.
Jacket.
I wasn't
really
sure between the two jackets.
And it's interesting because, again, I didn't really need. And that is also an additional piece that was not on my list. Oh, I forgot. It's so weird how I let the Cabernet. I specifically said, and it's not black. By the way, the Fendi jacket is black. So I have just completely blown it's super weird. Like literally, I blocked it out in my mind. Okay, so my favorite piece is the black Fendi.
It's a cute jacket.
It's got that nod to like the 1940s, which is one of the things that I really like about Fendi and Prada, is that I feel like you can find a lot of that really, throwback 1960s, 1940s kind of Jackie O. I am a Vassar girl, by the way. So, I'm going to love that look. But no, I really feel like it was so vintage looking, and yet it's Italian made. I know there's so much to be said about French couture, and the French designers are, the most beloved. Deep in my soul, I'm an Italian brand kind of girl. And I legitimately feel when I'm in Italy, I feel like stylistically, I'm with my people. So the fact that I was able to pull this amazing black Italian jacket that I am going to use forever. I am so thrilled cute. Because I only have 10 other black jackets, but I don't have this black jacket. So it just goes to show that sometimes when you do go outside of your comfort zone or off of your list, we were still intentionally shopping in that she got a statement piece and I got a classic piece. So by a designer that I really love. So, keep that in mind, that if you are going to wander, then at least be intentional with how you wander, and
intentional with how you wander. That's a good way.
Intentional with how you wander.
Yes.
That we should coin that, intentional with how you wander. Okay. So, and this is my last question about our shopping experience at Clotheshorse Anonymous. Is there anything that you are still thinking about that you did not buy?
Yes. And it is that Hermes blazer. I've seen it twice now. And it's still there. It's like calling my name. It's so beautiful. We might have to
go back because I also have something that I've been thinking about.
Wait, what was it?
Okay, so you cannot laugh.
Okay, I'm not gonna laugh.
It is a handbag.
Wait, which one?
The Stella McCartney.
Oh yes.
Okay, so obviously the vegetarian husband, Stella McCartney's a big brand at my household, but also because Stella McCartney we partnered a lot with The Real. So oftentimes we would have some really interesting, amazing talks with marketing department or just their designers. They have really pushed a lot of brands forward when it comes to sustainable movement, and really just like the non-utilization of animals. I mean, you can really see after that brand got so popular that we're seeing with Chanel with no more exotics. Neiman Marcus doesn't carry exotics anymore. So there's just been a big change in the industry. And so I just love what it represents. My husband loves it when I wear it because it's not real leather. But there was a Stella McCartney in the corner of my eye from the designer section. There was a Stella McCartney bag. It was a crossbody. I could have totally used it. It was mini. It would have been really great. I would have loved to have brought it to Europe. So I'm thinking about it now, and it would have been a perfect travel bag.
Yes.
We're going to have to go back and buy the blazer and the Stella McCartney bag because I really do think, and I have Stella McCartney bags, but I think it was silver. And it was so cute. It was two-toned. Yeah. And it would have been, it's like one of the new two-toned Stella McCartney bags. I think it would have been great for travel. So that is and it was in my mind. The bags are locked up though.
Yeah.
For a good reason. I get it. But we were on a time limit. And so by the time I had already blown my budget. So I don't even know how much that bag was, but it would have been it would have been a good purchase. So
I'm just
anyway, that's it.
Surprised I didn't buy any accessories or shoes or bags. Like that's normally what I do get.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? That might be a testament to sort of the list.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good note for everybody. If there's that one thing that you normally default to, having that list keeps you more on track.
Right.
Which will ultimately mean in the end, you're going to be more fiscally responsible. And that is really hard to do when you go to a luxury resale boutique. So that for me, that's the difference in terms of like shopping online versus shopping. Because we all know I came from an online luxury reseller. But so obviously, every time we got into a meeting, it was, okay, what's in your favorites? Your cart for the real, right? Sometimes we would, get bonuses or whatever and shopping credit. So I got really comfortable and settled in that. Back in the day, I used to do a lot of luxury resale shopping. And now I'm just sort of, it's, the real is on speed dial for me. So this was so fantastic and exciting for me.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about that Forte sweater too. It was in neon, but I do think it could have added color to my wardrobe. It was $90 and I was like, wow, it's neon yellow. I don't know if
it was really fun.
It was really fun, but I thought that the bracelet was a better, use of the night. I was one-on-one on that and I ended up going with the bracelet, but yeah. So I definitely think the shopping list, I think is our biggest takeaway here.
Yes, for sure. Definitely our biggest takeaway. Like have your shopping list, like we talked about this at previous podcasts, but have your shopping list and try to stick to it and be intentional about your wandering.
Absolutely.
And that will help you stick to your list.
Yeah. Okay.
So go check out the bonus episode on YouTube and cheers to a conscious closet.
Yeah. And
stay tuned for part 2.
Exactly. We're going to get to you with part 2 shortly.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.